Stop looking for how to make 1 million. If your password is still your name, your child's birthday, or 1234, you're not a billionaire in the making. You're a donation waiting to happen. Today is February 1st. Change your password day. But for most of you, it's already too late. You've been hacked. You just have not received the debit alert yet. Today, we're not talking about tech. We're talking about locking your financial gate before the village people use a laptop to finish your destiny. So if you're new here, we talk about world. But today we're talking about the league. In Nigeria, we pray against the spirit of poverty. We go to church, we go to mosque, we work 3 jobs. But let me tell you the truth. The spirit of poverty in 2026 doesn't come as a cost. Sometimes it comes as a 4-digit code that is too easy to get. Now think about it. You're at a cafe in Ikeja. We're using the free Wi-Fi at the airport to check your OP or GTP app. You think you're being smart by saving data. My dear, you're inviting a stranger into your bedroom to sit and even look through your wardrobe. So making money is talent, but keeping money is character. And if you leave your gate wide open at night, do you blame a thief for walking in? You call it bad luck when your millions vanish, but I call it financial negligence. I'd always say that you are the caretaker of your money. After all, you spend months earning, but only 3 seconds choosing a password. In Nigeria, we often think our money is safe because we have our ATM cards in our pocket. But in 2026, the money is not in a pocket. It is behind a digital curtain. The master key mistake is technically called credential stuffing. Here's how it works in plain English. Use your primary email, let's say musa.xyz@gmail.com, to sign up for a random movie streaming site or a betting platform. Now you now use your standard password, Musa at 2022. That small website has weak security. Hackers break into it and steal a list of 100,000 emails and password. Now your email and Musa at 2022 are now on a list being sold for $5 on a dark web. The hacker does not manually log into your Facebook. They use a bot. Now that takes your email and password and tries it on every major platform automatically: GT, Zenith, Opay, Binance, and Gmail. Now the hacker gets into your Instagram, it's a shame. If they get into your email, it's a funeral for your finances. And once they're inside your email, they own your identity. They don't need to know your bank password. They just go to your bank's login page, type in your email, and click forget password. The bank sends a reset link or an OTP to your email. The hacker is already sitting inside your email, waiting. They click the link and change your bank password and delete the password change notification before you even wake up to see it. Most of us in Nigeria have a hierarchy of password that is not actually a hierarchy. Look at this table and see if you recognize yourself. If this looks like your setup, you're not using a master key, you're using a transparent door. You've made it um so that a mistake on a random website can lead to your life savings being swiped in under 120 seconds. I don't need to be a one key person. You need to have a key ring of unique complex password. Never use a password that exists in dictionary. If you must use a word you remember, sandwich it. Instead of Lagos 2024, you can use 77 Lagos underscore east underscore home underscore 2024 hashtag. Now, keep your social email completely separate from your wealth email. Another thing you might want to know is you have to build your firewall. That's your two-factor authentication. Even if they have your master key, the 2FA acts like a second gate. Now, if you don't have an authenticator app like Google Authenticator or Authy linked to your email, you are essentially leaving your vault key under the doormat. Stop saying it will not happen to you. Hackers do not choose victims. So listen to me closely. In the streets of Lagos, you don't park a brand new Range Rover in a dark alley with the windows down and the keys in the ignition. So why are you doing exactly that with your life savings? Now, being a boss is not about the size of your bank balance. It's about the strength of your defense. If you want to keep what you've earned, you need to implement these 3 non-negotiable wealth habits. Number one, use the ghost email. Most people use their main email for everything: Twitter, Instagram, Jumia, and their bank. That's a financial suicide mission. A boss uses a ghost email. This is an email address that nobody, not even your spouse, your best friend, knows about. Now, this email is only used for your top tier banking and investment apps. All right. If a hacker steals a database from a random shopping site, your banking email is not even on the list. You have become invisible. Now, do not use musabank@gmail.com. Name it something boring that does not scream money. Something like blue.roop77 at provider.com. Forget passwords. Passwords are for children. Bosses use passphrases. Hackers use brute force software that can test millions of 8-character password in seconds, but it struggles with length. Cannot be cracked easily. Now, here's the logic behind it. It's easier for you to remember a statement about your life than a random string of symbols. Alright? Length is your shield. A 20-character passphrase is a wall that the spirit of poverty cannot climb. Many of you think you are safe because you have a two-step verification, but if you are using SMS codes, you're still at risk. In Nigeria, SIM swapping is a real business. A criminal can bribe someone at a telecom kiosk, clone your SIM, and suddenly all your bank OTPs are going to their phone while your phone says no service. You might want to switch from SMS to an authenticator app like Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator. These apps live on your physical device, not your SIM card. And even if they clone your SIM, they cannot get the code. That's the difference between a wooden gate and an iron one. Finally, stop banking on public devices. If you go to a business center to print a document, do not log into your email. If you use a free Wi-Fi at a hotel, your data is flying through the air for anyone with a 20k device to catch. Public Wi-Fi is a hidden tax on careless people. You save 100 MB, but you lose 100% of your balance. Before you leave this video, I want these three truths to be branded into your mind. Your email is your most important financial asset. Forget your ATM, forget your checkbook. In this digital age, your email is your identity. If I have your email, I can reset your password. Public Wi-Fi is a hidden tax on careless people. We love free things in Nigeria, but free Wi-Fi is the most expensive thing you would ever use. When you connect to an open network or at a mall or airport, you're literally broadcasting your data on a megaphone. There's not such thing as free data. You're either playing with your money or you're paying with your privacy. If it's not your home router or personal hotspot, keep your bank apps closed. We like to blame village people or sophisticated international hackers. The truth is much more painful. Most people lose their money because they were lazy. They used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They clicked a link in a congrats. You want a WhatsApp message. They've used the same password for 5 years. Wealth is not just about making money, or it's about having the discipline to keep it. The thief does not need to break the window if you've already handed him the spare key under the guise of convenience. Me, I will not ask you to like this video because a like would not stop a hacker from draining your account at 3 a.m. I want action. I want you to pause this video right now. Go to your setting, change that weak password. Turn on an authenticator app, lock your gate. Once you've done it, and only once you've actually secured your future, come back and type get close in the comment. I want to see a sea of people who have moved from being victims to being bosses. And if you choose to ignore this because you're too busy, don't be surprised when you receive a debit alert you did not authorize. Don't go to your pastor to pray against financial devourers. They did not break in, you gave them the key. Today is February 1st. Change your password day. Either you lock your gates or you become a donation to someone else's lifestyle tomorrow. I will see you in the next one. Bye.